Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And welcome to the Kickback Cafe, the show where we kick back, relax, and talk about anything but Disney. And indeed, this is a very not Disney movie that we're talking about here, because God knows that Zack Snyder and the rest of Warner Brothers wants to make these freaking DC superhero movies as dark and depressing as possible. We're talking about the Batman v Superman trailer. BlueDragonFive, I will never refer to it as Batman versus Superman. It is Batman v Superman.
Yep.
They made their bed and they're gonna lie in that when it comes to that.
Again, they just couldn't get rid of the other side of that V, make it a slash mark.
Right, exactly. If they did that, or if they just put the S in, it would be fine. But no, now we have to refer to it as Batman v Superman, and that's what we're gonna do. So, BlueDragonFive, before we talk about anything else, let's just talk about the timing of this thing dropping, because it's very suspicious. Because it's like right when everyone is freaking out about the Star Wars trailer, you know, just literally like filming themselves having religious experiences watching the Star Wars trailer, you know, a little other trailer drops the very same day. And what was your reaction to finding out that Batman versus Superman had dropped?
Well, I mean, I had this thing. If I heard it was leaked, and I was just thinking, I'm gonna wait till Monday. I want to see it. I'm gonna wait till Monday. And I was like, again, I'm not. You know, it's kind of a shame they have their stuff leaking out like that, but still, it got us the trailer quicker, and I'm happy about that. And I'm thinking, in terms of the timing, I'm thinking they got jealous of. I'm thinking Star Wars people are getting jealous and worried. Say, oh my God, people are digging Star Wars. It's Fantastic Four did it now. Batman versus Superman did it.
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. Fantastic Four did do it, and I feel kind of sorry for Fantastic Four because that's actually a good trailer. But my God, it is like so like gonna be buried by Star Wars and Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, definitely it's you know, it's funny because you mentioned, yeah, there was a leak of it and it was kind of like a pirated copy, and then Warner Brothers comes out with an official trailer, so I assume that's where you jumped in.
Yeah, so when the official one dropped, it was like, oh, that's a surprise, and I'm happy about
it. all right. I mean, I don't know. This has happened before, because remember, this is kind of how we got the first Ultron trailer.
Yeah. It was supposed to be on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but somebody got antsy and released it before then. And what they saved was the extended opening, which was the whole hammer lift scene.
Sure.
Okay,
they
played it off cool.
So without further ado, do you want to jump in and kind of give our shot-by-shot take of this trailer?
Sure. Because Zack Snyder, a very visual guy, how can he not do that with the trailer? So we got... So you sort of like a kind of black screen, you know. We see we're easing up on with a very ominous looking statue in the background there. We're slowly getting their lights forming around it, and we know what this statue is. We saw little set photos. It's a Superman statue. But building up there, we hear a bunch of personalities on the radio, a bunch of kind of man on the street interviews, but also some parties being interviewed. And there are a few notable people, like Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's one of the people talking on the radio here. A few statements I was able to pull from. I can't remember who said what, but a powerful man can only be expected to be a figure of controversy.
Yeah, and now might I just say there's a shot, the first shot you see is Superman after it fades away from the statue for the first time, and Superman has all his followers behind them, and they all have like this ridiculous face makeup on.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them have this kind of this skull makeup on.
I hate it. I hate it. It is Zack Snyder being, you know, trying to be like over stylized. It looks freaking ridiculous. I don't like it at all. That shot immediately turned me off to this whole thing.
Do you mean the shot, or do you mean the makeup?
Well, I mean the makeup. Yeah, I just mean just the whole look of it, because it's just like, it's Zack Snyder being like, hey, you know what would look cool? Guys with skeleton makeup, because I'm Zack Snyder and I make things look cool.
Well, you know, I'm going to give him the benefit of that. I think we need context. What if he's in Gotham? You know, what if he...
that's a good point.
And also, there's also another idea, is a long shot. I don't know. Maybe it's like people who are anti-Superman, or what if the Skull guys are like saying in
But it
remembrance?
looks like they're literally like reaching out to him as if he's a god. I mean, of course, we don't know the context of the shot, but that's kind of what it looks like.
I'm saying before, like, what if the guys at the skull makeup are like people who are like remembrance of the dead that Superman caused?
Oh, okay, shit. Now you're. At any rate, that would be a cool idea. I just don't like the look visually. I think it's just like way over the top when it comes to just like, oh, it's Zack Snyder doing Zack Snyder, and that's what I don't like about it. It's him infusing his own personal style into something that should be just Batman v Superman. So, anyways.
Okay, so yeah, we get that kind of savior shot. People extend their hands to Superman. It's really kind of ominous and like, oh man, you can tell. The interesting thing is you can tell throughout the whole thing, Superman's uncomfortable with this, which I think is important.
Sure.
Because the Superman doesn't like to be thought of like a guy. He's a regular average Joe, just raised in Kansas and everything.
Exactly. And he had a dad who was a sociopath.
Again, I'm hoping this movie attends to those problems.
Well, okay, I'll tell you this much. It definitely looks like the movie's attending to the whole plot hole I have of like, oh wow, gee, you saved us, Superman, by leveling half of Metropolis.
Yeah,
because that really is like kind of like that's kind of the focal point of discussion here with the voiceovers.
And with the voiceovers, we also have figures. If I'm not, again, me, I can kind of pick up a few voices. I can like 80% certain we hear General Swan, who is going to be in this movie, the general at the end of Man of Steel, who's like saying, I'm just gonna have to trust you, General." That guy.
Oh no, is it the guy with the freaking soldier who's like, oh, he's kind of hot?
Well, yeah, the commanding officer guy though.
Ugh. That is like one of the worst moments in the history of film.
The whole wait, you mean like the hot thing or like the guy who's like saying
the hot thing? Yeah, because it is like that's their idea of humor. Like these films are supposed to be all dark and ominous and serious and freaking brooding and emo, and then that's their idea of humor. It's like, oh, Superman's kind of hot. You can tell I'm kind of negative on this, can't you? BlueDragonFive.
I'm getting a vibe with that. Get a little vibe with that. Anyway, so like, we hear someone say it's either General Swan or maybe it's Neil deGrasse Tyson. I remember we'll hear a line of like, we hear challenges our place in the universe, which sounds like a Neil deGrasse Tyson thing to say. We see Superman holding what looks like kind of like a rocket or part of a space station, basically some structure he's holding, kind of like in a heroic shot, like he's like Herculean lifting of it.
Yeah, classic Superman iconography for sure.
Oh, I can distinctly hear Holly Hunter because I remember she's Elastigirl after all. Of course, I can notice her voice.
right.
She's playing a senator in this movie, in case you don't know.
Okay.
And she's bringing up the point. She's like an anti-Superman senator, saying power corrupts absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
We see men with guns, and apparently, from what I've heard, like they have like there's a Superman S shield on them. So
yeah. I'm looking at it right now, and it's very clear on both of their shoulders. It's an S shield.
Is it like an anti-S shield or just an S shield?
No. It is an S shield. I think these are Superman's personal escorts.
Yeah, which is making me. It's again, I love how the Superman's just so uncomfortable with like being thought of like this guy, like being the men with these armed soldiers like bowing to him. And it's just
it doesn't even make sense because it's kind of like the whole thing with Happy Hogan. It's like why would Iron Man need a bodyguard? Therefore, why would actually that kind of makes me wonder, are these guys Superman's escorts to make sure he doesn't go out of line?
Well, yeah, some people are thinking they're like a task force for Superman, which obviously on its face is ridiculous, but
Well, yeah, like I said, it's like the Happy Hogan being a bodyguard to Tony Stark. Tony Stark, he's Iron Man. He doesn't need a bodyguard.
It might be like a welcome wagon of some sort, though.
That could be. I mean, they're all kneeling to him, and that's very significant.
You gotta wonder how much of that kneeling is fear or respect. I'm thinking this one's respect.
I don't know. I'm thinking more fear. I don't know.
Well, actually, no. Let me rephrase it.
Several ways.
I don't know. You gotta. Well, I'm saying initially I thought it was respect, and then again, there might be a bit of like, not just fear, but like kind of guarded like uncertainty of like that bead of sweat comes down.
Right. I mean, I'm really hoping that they kind of take a Dr. Manhattan sort of approach to Superman.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Exactly.
Like an uncertainty. I mean, like what should we do? I guess we bow. That's what I'm saying. Like, less fear, just more like uncertainty.
Right, right.
So yeah, it is a cool shot. There's like people with these armed soldiers like bowing. So it's a cool shot. Though.
It's one of my favorite shots in the trailer. I'll give it credit where credit's due.
So we have then also we hear someone say, "I think you're saying he's a guy doing the right thing." Of course, that might be me, but no, it's not me. However, you know who I think this is? Who I hope this is? I'm not going to take up too much time. There's just I'm hoping it's Jimmy Olsen who says that.
That'd be great, yeah, if it was.
Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, wait, isn't Jimmy Olsen technically a female now?
That's what I'm getting into. So my initial fear my biggest fear with Man of Steel was that Jimmy Olsen was going to become Jenny Olsen, which is an idea I absolutely hated.
Among the many things I hated about Man of Steel, yeah.
Point is, Jenny Olsen was an idea I rejected. I think Snyder was smart enough to realize, well, we're getting a lot of backlash on this, or like realizing, maybe
Jenny Olsen is such a classic part of Superman. Why fuck that up?
Exactly.
I mean, I know it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying, like, we know Jimmy Olsen for what he is. So I'm not even saying fuck it up. Just why mess with it, you know?
Exactly. Why change it for unnecessarily?
Right, right.
With Jimmy Olsen, I'm thinking they realize, okay, well, they take away her last name. It's just the girl who's like happens to be her white secretary, and that's about it. So Jenny instead of Jenny Olsen. That's what they do with the movie. Mm-hmm. So then there's the rumor going on. A rumor that I really do hope is true because it sounds like a really cool idea. That Jimmy Olsen in the movie may be, if they have him, there might be a chance they might not have him, but I say if this idea is what they're doing. There was a guy spotted with like green screen sleeves on his legs, and the idea is that Jimmy Olsen, our classic Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. You know Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah.
He would have lost his legs in the events of Man of Steel and be a constant visual reminder to Superman what the consequences are.
Okay, the only thing about that is that he wasn't fucking in Man of Steel.
Well, I mean, the idea is that would also probably address like the unseen victims of Man of Steel. Like, yeah, there's a victim we all know, we can all see, visual reminder, Superman.
Okay, I like that idea for sure.
So that I'm really gravitating to. Regardless, I would love to see classic Jimmy Olsen in there one way or another. Because also Jimmy Olsen's going to be on a TV show, so I'm really hoping they don't have like a stupid rule of like he's on a TV show, so we can't use him.
What TV show is he going to be?
He's going to be on the new Supergirl show coming out.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool.
So I'm really hoping they don't do something stupid like, oh, we can't. But then again, they're having Flash on the Justice League, so there has to be some leeway there.
Right.
Let's see. Then we hear this line from Eisenberg. We have devils don't come from hell, but devils don't come from hell beneath us. Come from the sky.
And I must say, man, I am already I've been on board from Eisenberg since the beginning, but I love the voice.
Yeah, it sounds good enough, but again, I want a little more Luthor.
I don't know. I think he's really playing it sinister. Like I said, I hope, like, my big hope with Eisenberg's performance as Lex Luthor is that he just takes the darkest and most sinister moments of the Social Network and just makes a whole character out of that.
Well, again, I'm intrigued by Eisenberg as Luthor. I'm more than willing to give him a shot. I want to see what he does with it. I want to look a little more to judge it, though.
Yeah, of course I'm biased because I definitely think the Social Network is up there with like at least my top 3 movies of the past millennium. So I'm a huge fan of that movie and of Eisenberg's range of emotions and lack of emotions, if you will. So anyways.
We see Superman in the sky, kind of heroic pose, the red cape flowing, someone raising, like looking at him. And we have a really good kind of moment here, like someone saying, well, no one's asking what he should do.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, what he should do. And then there's like the whole go home chant. It's like kind of the Dishibasur for the trailer. Like, go home, go home.
Well, at least we can understand it this time.
Yeah, well, then it's revealed like the big statue, which here's my gripe. We have the big statue revealed, and it says, a full sky, which is a cool idea. However, I don't like the way the statue looks.
It looks right out of a video game. It looks freaking CG, and it looks bad.
Like they built here's the thing. I think it's just built for the trailer, Tiki. I really do. Because they built the statue. I can't imagine the statue would look that bad. It looked kind of cool.
Right. No, that's what a lot of people have been saying. They're saying that this shot of the statue looks really cheap. I mean, it does. It looks like something out of like PS3. And that's something that I hate about CG in general, is that as video games get more and more advanced, it's just getting to the point where CG just looks like video games.
Because I mean, there is a practical statue, and from a distance, it looked pretty good. And I'm just saying, I mean, I can't remember it verbatim, but I don't think it looked anything like that. I don't think it looked really CG.
Yeah, no, I'm
so
totally with you. I mean, I like the idea. I think it's a good, like, symbolic image. It's just in terms of, like, the actual rendering of the shot, it's pretty bad.
Now, what if Luthor hired people to spray paint False God on there?
I could just see Eisenberg doing that.
Just because he was ticked off.
I'm going to tell you what you need to do. You need to get some spray paint, and then you need to go over to the Superman statue.
Yeah,
False God. False God. Oh, yes.
Okay. We hear Jeremy Irons as Alfred, which is pretty cool. He's giving us some really strong narration, classic Alfred speech, doing a good job, if you ask me. We see a shot of Affleck as Bruce Wayne, kind of looking all thoughtfully, thought-provokingly.
He's looking pretty intense, I must say. In this one moment of acting, he's focusing all his energy. It's like, and I love how the narration of Alfred is like kind of building up, like, that's what turns good men cruel. And he's like, I think he is talking about Bruce.
Yes, that's a good. However, I like how it is ambiguous enough that it could also reach the Superman, even though it's ultimately not going to be Superman with cruelness, but still the idea that people think he's that way.
Sure.
And,
but I mean, I think Alfred is maybe talking about Superman, but he's talking about, like, from experience with Bruce.
I think he's making a comparison to the Superman could end up like Bruce, and that would
exactly
because he's saying, "Oh, I know that feeling. Basically, I've seen the feeling of the fever, the rage."
And so, right off the bat, I'm fascinated with Affleck's Batman for that reason, because they're really going off the rails with him in terms of, like, just being almost just flat out crazy and sadistic.
And something really cool is, like, he says, like, the powerlessness.
Mm-hmm. God! I love how Irons delivers the powerlessness,
the fever, the rage, the powerlessness that turns good.
Oh, Irons, man! His voice.
And then, of course, with Bruce I in the suit. Then we see, we see this graffitied area, Batman standing with a real smoky kind of blue area. Again, visually kind of cool looking set. And then we also see the big thing people are noticing, the Riddler's question mark is on one of those pillars. So we're in Gotham.
Wait. Hold on. Where is the Riddler question mark? I need to see this.
It's like on the furthest pillar to the left of the screen. It's towards
in the shot of the bat suit.
In the shot of, like, that blue room with, like, Batman in the background.
Okay.
So right after he's looking at the suit, the direct shot after that.
Okay, after he's looking at the suit.
It's like a lightning flash, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, no, then it goes to the Superman logo.
Well, I mean, after the logo. Well, the logo's the thing.
After the logo. Okay, hold on. Okay, I see it. Oh, I see it. There it is. All right.
So kind of communicates where
yes, that is a Riddler question mark for sure, without doubt.
Yep. Okay, so then we see a potential Batwing. It's either a Batwing or a drone attack.
I would think it would be the Batwing.
Also, I'm sorry, I think I glazed over. Real most important thing, we have the classic kind of bat silhouette overlooking the city.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I'm sorry. No, I think actually that might come later. We see Batman's silhouette when he's looking at that in that little area. We have a potential Batwing and/or drone attack going on. We have that shot where Batman emerges, and oh my god, and the smoke and everything coming out of there.
It's pretty cool. I'll give it credit. It is pretty cool. And then I like the suit.
And I love seeing him, the way he overlooks Gotham. He looks as the black, is the way he has, like, the classic kind of shoulder triangular.
That's my favorite shot in the whole trailer. It is absolute classic Batman. Yeah. The way the cape moves, it's great. I think they really got it down.
I don't think the capes ever looked this good. It looks.
No, I agree.
It has, like, the scallops and everything. It looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so let's see. So then we have him in the armor. We get a bit of that Comic-Con footage. I wish we had a little more of it, but we had a bit of it, like him in the armor with the glowing eyes in the rain.
You like the glowing eyes. I'm not entirely sold.
Well, he's not going to have him the whole movie. Just when he fights in the armor. That's all.
Okay, so it's like an Iron Man sort of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna look, I assume, a little more stuff. I'm saying in the Comic Con footage, the idea is like when the lightning flashed, when it was in the dark, then the eyes were still white.
Oh, okay, I get you. I get you.
I mean, the point is, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
cool looking. And I don't know if it was just there might be like kind of like a vision guards in case like so nothing gets in the eyes during the battle. Maybe I don't
Sure,
know.
sure.
But the point is, it still looked pretty cool in the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then we see the kind of the other side of that show, like Superman just looking down. I love Superman looking down. It's such a cool shot, like little tiny Batman. And then of course we hear the line. The idea here, people are speculating. There's some vague speculation. I'm not going to address it that much, but some people think one of the villains I would die if they had him in this movie. I'd be so happy if they had Metallo in this movie. Some people think Metallo might be saying the line, but I'm pretty sure it's a voice changer on Batman saying this.
I really hope it's Batman's voice because it is an awesome Batman.
Yeah, I'm like 95% certain this is Batman's voice.
Do you bleed? You will.
And remember,
I mean, it's like he's making it his own. He is not doing the stupid Christian Bale like, you know, he is just all he is trying to do is make it sound intimidating and scary.
Yes,
and it is intimidating and scary.
What he's doing, bear in mind, there's a lot of voice change on this because he's in the armor. There's like a lot of whirling of the helmet and stuff. That's why it has a bit of a voice changer.
Right.
So we don't know if he's going to keep the voice changer throughout because like on Arrow they use the voice changer when he's just going around sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's up for debate, but I think regardless, even the acting kind of comes through with that with the whole like
it does. It really does. I mean, like I said, Affleck is like, I almost feel like Affleck to this role is like Heath Ledger to the Joker. Like he is living it. He wants to feel every ounce of rage that Bruce Wayne is feeling. Like he's just methoding this crap. Well, I think that's what makes me excited over anything else.
Yeah, the important thing is that he's bringing this withered experience quality, like withered experience and intimidating quality to it, which is what you want because the idea is, he's been doing this longer than Superman, so you want that.
Of course.
But like the idea he might be somewhat of a role model of Superman at some point in the movie, and just kind of the idea he's been around doing. Tell me, do you bleed? You will.
Oh man. Oh, it's a cool line to go out on. I'll admit.
And then we see the symbol appear. Oh yeah. So what do we think of this, Tiki, overall?
Well, I mean, as you know, I'm definitely mixed. I wish Snyder was not directing it. I mean, we've kind of had this conversation.
Well, I mean, specifically making peace with that with the trailer.
Yeah, of the trailer, I like the Batman stuff a lot better than I like the Superman stuff. Let's just put it that way.
I'm with you there.
To me, the Superman stuff almost kind of felt like the flaws of Man of Steel, but worse. Like, just in terms of, like, the visual style and everything like that and everything having to be Snyderized. When it got to Batman, I was like, okay. They're taking this seriously. And the one thing I really love about that shot you mentioned of him standing on the building with the cape? Yeah. No CGI.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's my big problem with Snyder is that he's like so obsessed with like, we've got to have this visual landscape. And it can work to a certain extent. Like it looks pretty, but at the end of the day, this is a very like, we're talking about gods basically, but still it's a very human story. We need to get to know these characters. We need to get in their heads, and just showing us stupid CGI over and over isn't going to do that. So I like the fact that at the very least it looks like Gotham City is pretty practical.
Oh yeah. And so overall, I guess this trailer, I'm not saying I'm mixed on it. A lot of people are mixed on it. I liked it.
I am very mixed on it.
I liked the trailer. I didn't love it, but I liked it. Again, I love more of the Batman stuff most of all. I love the Batman stuff. And I have a theory about this. I think in the grand scheme, I'm going to like this trailer more if they do what I think they're going to do here. And here's what I pitch for them to do. I think would be a good idea. What I'm getting a sense of what they are doing with this. That, in theory, this trailer, big thing of this trailer is marketed on is like anti-Superman. Can we trust people debating about Superman and Batman being kind of the big standout of the trailer. Am I right?
Yeah.
So with that, this trailer is very, very anti-Superman. And it might be the emphasis on the godlike view and like, can we trust them? And I'm thinking, it next trailer is going to be the Superman side of that. It's going to be showing you both sides of the argument, kind of the legal debate. The title, making fun of the title, the legal.
Better Call Saul.
Like how it's like they did like the legal thing, like the pursuer is listed first. That's why Batman v Superman, because he's pursuing him.
Sure.
Anyway, the point is, my point is like showing both sides of the fight here, showing like both sides of, and maybe this next one's going to be Superman kind of hearing stuff about Batman, but seeing like kind of a hope trying to get through there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of hoping they build it like that. I'm hoping we get one like the other side of that, like another teaser this year, and then the first trailer next year.
That would make sense.
Let's get a Superman centric teaser where like it really hints of Batman. Like he hears about Batman, but it's really about Superman trying to make a difference in the world. That's what I'm hoping.
What if the next trailer we got was more sort of the public view of Batman, much like this first trailer was the public view of Superman?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Clark Kent in Gotham, like going around with Lois Lane in Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Like just him hearing about, like interviewing someone about Batman. Oh yeah, the Bat.
Oh yeah, and another thing, if you're gonna end your first movie with like Superman taking on the classic Clark Kent nerd look, and then this next movie is just like dark and evil and gritty, and Superman's got guys just bowing down to him. Oh, it's so dark. I don't know. I just don't. It's just the tone is all over the place for me.
I mean, the thing in this, the weak points of this thing, the reason I wasn't like so high on it was that it needs a. It needs a bit of build and levity to it. Like,
right.
I think there were some well-crafted shots, and again, it was just overall it was like
absolutely,
a little.
There were some well-crafted shots.
I know. I'm just saying it was a little not dark exactly, but you can tell like it's a bit drained. But remember the scenes of Superman? It's like that light filter on that. It's like a little. It's not Man of Steel drained in terms of color. It's kind of like, you know what I mean though. It's like it feels. Like,
I do. It feels. Kind of,
not that I didn't like it, but it feels like the Watchmen trailer a bit with those shots.
Well, again, it's Zack Snyder. That's my thing, man. Zack Snyder.
But then again, I mean, I like the Watchmen trailer. It's just again, I need. That's the thing. It needs that distinct thing. It needs that distinct visual delineation between Batman and Superman in the trailer. It just seems like the same.
So you're saying that Superman looks like crap and Batman looks awesome because Superman is mostly CG garbage and Batman is mostly practical.
Well, I'm saying Superman's not getting the chance to be Superman. He's like Superman just looks uncomfortable in the thing, and you want Superman to be like a little more of a hopeful guy.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying basically, I'm hoping the next one's a little more visually things, just showing you like. I'm not saying the movie needs to be all really jokey. I'm saying maybe a bit of a Nolan level of humor, like just those moments of like realizing, oh, hey, look, we're two giants here, Batman and Superman. We got to acknowledge the fact that this is awesome. Like moments like that, just acknowledging like these guys dressed like a bat. It's like, oh yes, you're dressed like a bat. Well, you're a walking god. Like moments like that. I need some, or like Luthor just pointing at the ridiculous. It's like funny moments of Luthor that aren't just over the top comedy.
I really hope they play Luthor like I want him to be menacing, but yeah, I also want him to have like an air of comedy to him at the same time.
So let me just walk you through a real quick less than 30-second shot list of what I would love to see in a trailer or a next one of these.
Fair enough.
Just give me like a Bruce Wayne Clark Kent bit. He's like two of them meeting, like two of them meetings, like Bruce Wayne, Clark Kent. Awesome. I want to see
Anakin Skywalker, the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I want to see a bald, just you don't see the face, but like a bald walking shot of Jesse Eisenberg. He's walking just at the back of the head.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
And also, I want to see the flipping on the signal shot from the Comic-Con footage. Because I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I would like to see kind of the red, like the red cape on the opposing with Batman on the other side of it. Like just see like kind of remember when Superman landed in that one shot.
Right.
Like let's see kind of something like that from the other side. We see like the Superman's cape is taking up the frame in the way background is like a little tiny Batman.
Cool. Cool.
So those are some shots I would love to see in a trailer. And also the trailer, the ultimate trailer should probably be focused on just the fear of Batman versus the hope of Superman.
Right, right.
That's what they got to sell on the trailer ultimately. So I'm hoping for one more teaser this year and a trailer next year, or at the very least teaser and first trailer. But I'm probably overshooting with that. That's all. Point is, this was decent. Again, the bat.
There's decent. Yeah, that's about the general consensus. It was decent. It was good.
They didn't give too much. They didn't give too much away, and that's a good thing.
No, they didn't. And the Jurassic World trailer is going to drop tomorrow, and I'm super excited, but I'm also worried that they're going to give too much away. So stay tuned for that. Yeah,
it was a proper teaser. It reminded you that good things are coming, and things are probably going to wedge people in different ways.
For sure. All right, I guess that'll do it, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on the Kickback Cafe for this discussion. And yeah. Do you bleed?
You will.
You will. I bet.